So guys, UI pages are web pages. These are built using HTML, CSS. Okay. UI pages are client-side script guys. Okay. UI pages are client-side script. Okay. These UI pages, you can call it in the UI policies. In the UI policies, you can call the UI pages. These UI pages, you can call it in the client scripts. These UI pages, you can call it in the client-side UI actions. As UI actions are client-side, as UI pages are client-side, you can call it in the UI policies, you can call it in the client scripts, you can call it in the client-side UI actions. So how do you call the UI pages in the client side? So using glide model, okay, glide model form, dialog window. Okay, using glide model or glide dialog window API, you can call the UI pages in the client side scripts. Okay, remember this point. Okay, using glide model, glide dialog window, you can call UI pages in the client side scripts. Okay, fine. Well, guys, yesterday we discussed one requirement. Yesterday we discussed one requirement case. If you go to the finance case form, okay, you fill the field values, okay, you will create the record. Once you create the record, on the existing records, you can see the UI action. Okay, you will be able to see UI action. So whenever I click on resolve button, what exactly it does, it will check resolution code and resolution node fields are filled in or not. So when I click on that, it will check resolution code and nodes fields are filled in or not. If not filled in, it will show this error message. So when I click on close, it will check if the additional comments is filled in or not. If it is filled in, it will actually mark the state as closed. If I click on hold, it will check if the on hold reason field value is filled in or not. If not filled in, it will actually stop the form submission. It will show the error message. Instead of these error messages, I want to call the UI pages. So in place of this error message, instead of showing this error message, I want to call the UI page. Okay. So instead of these additional comments are mandatory, I want to show a UI page. Instead of this on hold reason is mandatory, I want to show a UI page. Okay. So for that, I am going to create a UI page, guys. Under system UI, you go to the UI pages. I am going to create a new UI page. Finance case resolve. Okay, here you have to write HTML, guys. So inside this one, you have to write HTML. Getting my point? Okay. So well here, this resolution code and notes, this resolution code and notes field, right? We have two fields, right? These two fields I am going to create using HTML tags. Using HTML tags, I am going to create those two fields. Okay, fine. First of all, this is actually a label tag. Okay, resolution code. Resolution notes. Okay, just a moment, guys. So we have created a label called resolution code. We have created a label called resolution notes. We have created a button called resolve button. Okay. So resolution code is actually a choice type of field. So in the HTML, we call it as select tag. In the HTML, we call it as select tag. It is actually a break tag, guys. Break tag I am giving here. Break means new line. Break means new line. So I am actually providing select tag here. Inside the selected, inside the select tag, every choice is an option in the HTML. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One, two, three, four. Four choices, right? So we will use only four choices. So none is also a choice, right? We will use five choices. After this, I will again use break tag here. Okay. So this one is actually a string type of field, right? So here I am actually giving here as text area. So I am giving here a break here again. Okay. Well, here, so resolution code, right? None is actually a choice. Okay. Solution provided. Known error. work around. Okay. Well, these are choice labels. Choice values are there, right? Then here I have to give value. Value is equal to empty. Okay. So how exactly this UI page will look like and all, I'll show you. Only the person who is having this role can access this UI page. So we created a UI page, guys. Okay. So you click on try it here. So this is how it will look like. These are the choices. And here you can enter the resolution code. And you can click on the resolve button. So this is the UI page that we created, guys. So whatever the fields that we have here, using those two fields, you have created a UI page here. Okay. Those two fields you have created here. Whatever the choices that you see here, those choices we have added here as an options. Okay. So guys, these fields has names, right? Like U underscore resolution code, U underscore resolution nodes. These fields have names, right? So in the HTML also, okay, these HTML tags also has names. Those are called IDs. Those are called IDs. Okay. So here I am giving ID is equal to resolution code. Resolution node. Okay. Like you have U underscore resolution code here. U underscore resolution. This is field name, right? This is field name for this particular resolution node, right? But here in the HTML we have IDs. These IDs are very important. If I want to take this resolution code value, you have to use ID. So if you want to take this particular resolution code value, you have to use this ID. If I want to take the resolution nodes value, you have to take the ID. Okay, getting my point. Hmm? So here there is a button called resolve button. Once you click on the button, it has to call a function. So I am writing a on click function. Once you click on the button, on click function will be executed. Okay. So resolve and case. So this function I am calling. This function I am going to declare here in the client script. In this function, you will take the resolution code value, resolution note value. So how do you take the resolution code value, note value here? Where R code is equal to, guys, you have to use gel. Gel means take the IDs. Gel ID name dot value. You are taking resolution code value. Okay. You are taking resolution code value, resolution note value. resolution code equal to empty. You have to trim it, guys. Okay. I'm just showing an alert. Both are empty. We have to stop the form submission using return forms. Okay. So if these two field values are filled in, we come to else part. Okay. Here it is a client script, right? Can we write glide record here in the client script? Glide record is a server side script. You cannot use glide record here. Then what I have to do? I have to use glide ajax concept here again. Okay. I'm just saving this one. I'm going to the script include. Okay. I'm going to create a method. Okay. Okay. Here you have to update the resolution code. Okay. You have to call this script include. You have to call this script include in the UI page client script here. Okay. Script include name. Okay. The method name. Okay. So here you have to use g underscore form dot get unique value. It will give you finance case system ID. Okay. So here you have to pass this resolution code. Okay. If response equal to true. If it is updated successfully, I'll show a information message. Okay. So you have to hide the UI page. To hide the UI page, you have to use glide dialog window dot. Okay. So let me explain one by one, guys. First of all, you have actually created two fields. This is resolution code field. This is resolution nodes field. Like you have field names, you have given IDs here. Okay, and you created a button here. Button name is resolve button. Once you click on this button, you will call this function. That function you will declare in the client side script. So in the client side script, you will take the value that you have selected in the resolution code. You will take the value that you have selected in the resolution nodes. Those values you are taking here. Okay. If any of the field is empty, if any of the field is empty, I am showing an error message here. I am showing an alert here. What I am showing resolution code nodes and both are empty. And I am stopping the form submission. If both the field values are filled in, I am actually calling the script include. Inside the script include, I am calling this method. Inside the script include, I am passing the finance case system ID, and resolution code that I have taken here, resolution nodes that I have taken here. And in the script include, I am updating the finance case record. Okay. I'm actually querying the database and I am updating the finance case record with the resolution code and nodes. And if it is updated successfully, I am actually showing finance case has been resolved successfully. And I am hiding the UI page. This line is used to hide the UI pages, guys. So you created the UI page here, guys. You created the UI page. Okay. So this UI page, you can call it in the any client side script. You can call it in the UI policy. You can call it in the client side script, like onload client script, on change client script, on submit client script, on select client script. You can call this UI page in the client side UI action also. So I am going to call this UI page in the resolve button. Okay. Right click, configure, go to UI actions. So in place of this error message, I am going to call the UI page. Okay. Where GDW, glide dialog window, is equal to new glide dialog window. Okay. The UI page name. Take the UI page name here. Okay. GDW dot render. In place of the error message, I am calling the UI page, guys. Save this one. So I am going to the finance case record. So whenever I click on the button, if the resolution code and notes are not filled in, it will call the UI page. So this is the UI page, guys. So here you will select a resolution code. Here you will write resolution notes. Whenever you click on resolve button, whatever you selected resolution code and nodes, that should go and set here in these two fields. So I am clicking on resolve button here. When I click on resolve button, what is it telling? Finance case has been resolved successfully. State is marked as resolved and resolution code is updated here. Resolution notes is updated here. You understand? So earlier what we were doing, if these two fields are not filled in, we were showing the error message. In place of error message, what we are doing now, let me just show you again. In place of the error message, we are calling the UI page. If these two field values are not filled in, it will call the UI page. So here what you will do, you will select the resolution and you will select the resolution nodes. Once you click on this button, so these known error value, test value will go to resolution code and nodes and state will be marked as resolved. State is marked as resolved, right? Finance case has been resolved successfully. Known error and test value. What we are doing, we have created a UI page here. In the UI page, we have actually created two fields using HTML tags and we created a button. Once you click on this button, it will call the function. It will call the function. Inside the function, I am taking values from these two fields, resolution code and resolution node. I'm taking values from these two fields. Okay, if those two fields are empty, I'm showing an alert, resolution code and nodes are empty. And you have to stop the form submission. If these two field values are filled in, it will come to else part. The else part, it will call the script include using glide ajax. It will call the method function name in the script include. It will actually pass the finance case system ID using this parameter. It will pass the resolution code using this parameter. It will pass the resolution node using this parameter. Okay. And finally, if it is updated successfully in the database here, in the script include, if it is updated successfully, it will pass as true. If it is true, I am showing a information message that finance case has been resolved successfully and I am closing the UI page. Getting my point? Hmm? So in place of here, we are calling the UI page using glide dialog window, guys. Okay, in place of glide dialog window, you can also use glide modal. to call the UI page. I'm just refreshing this one. So glide using glide model, you are calling the UI page. This is how it will look like. Okay. So you can give the page title as well. GDW dot please resolution information. Resolution information title I have set. Here you will select the resolution code and you will set the resolution nodes. And you click on resolve here. So once you click on the resolve, it will actually mark the state as resolved. It will actually show the information message. So you can either use a glide dialog window or glide model. Any one you can use, guys. Okay. To call the UI page in the UI action, you can use glide model or glide dialog window. You can use any one of them. Fine. I'm going to explain one more UI action, that is actually close UI action. Now I click on close, it has to check for additional comments. The additional comments is not empty. If the additional comments is empty, it is showing the error message. In place of error message, we have to call the UI page. Okay. So I don't want this one. Okay. So here you have to create another method here. So this is how it will look like. We have to change the button name to resolved to closed. We will have to change the button name. Okay. So whenever I click on try it here, the UI page will look like this one. Only additional comments, right? And once you click on close, the uh, the finance case should be closed. So in the close UI action, I am going to call this particular UI page. Right click, configure, go to UI actions. In place of this error message, we are going to call the UI page. Okay. Where GM is equal to new glide model. Is it boring, guys? Is it horrible? It is horrible. Huh? Okay. So GM dot render. Okay. Okay. So now you can see whenever I click on this button, so if the additional comments are not provided, it will actually show the UI page. Okay. Whenever you click on additional comments here, once you click on close, so these additional comments will be updated. These additional comments will be updated. You can see finance case, it has set the state as closed. So additional comments are updated or not, we will see here. Additional comments are updated here. Okay. I'm trying to close this one. So if the additional comments are not provided, it will actually show the UI page. In the UI page, you will enter something. You will actually click on close. Once you click on close, you mark the state as closed. It will show the additional comments here. Similarly, you can also do it for on hold reason as well. Okay. So we have changed the button name as well. Okay. So from the UI action in the on hold button, I am going to call the UI page, guys. In place of this error message, okay. So whenever I click on hold, if this field value is not filled in, it will actually call the UI page. So once you click on hold, so what is it telling? Finance case has been set on hold successfully. So whatever the value that you added, that is actually populated here, state is set as on hold. So likewise, guys, to make the form user friendly, we have created a UI page and we call that UI page through the UI action. See, normally whenever I click on resolve button, it will check if the resolution code and notes are fields are filled in or not. If not filled in, it is showing the error message. They have to search where exactly the resolution code and notes fields are located. They have to search for where exactly the resolution code and nodes are located. So instead of searching for those fields, we are showing in the UI page. So we are actually showing in the UI page. If I make it as empty, so here we have to search for these two fields. Instead of searching them, we are showing in the UI page directly. Getting my point? This is called UI page, guys. This is how you will create a UI page using HTML, CSS tags. And you will call that UI page using Glide Modal API in the client side scripts. Okay, clear, right? Only this topic is little bit tricky, but from tomorrow onwards, there won't be any. Okay. Any questions from anyone, guys? Hmm? Hypertext markup language. Okay. Why are you laughing at me? It is not so confusing, guys. It is as simple as it is. Any questions from anyone, guys?
Hi, sir.
Hi, madam.
Yeah, so in real time, generally we do use UI pages or UI actions.
Hmm.
Which one we use generally?
Well, we regularly use UI actions. Okay. Once in a while, you get requirements quite less on UI pages. But once you get the requirement, you don't have to struggle, right? That is
Yeah,
why I
true.
have explained about UI pages concept today.
Okay. And title thing we can given through page also, right? Like we can set the title in the page definition also, right? Like while creating UI page.
Yes.
Okay. And in script include,
Ye-
we have
yes,
written
yes.
is updated equals to true. I mean, first it is false, then after updating it is true. Like, is it mandatory or
Hmm.
because in Glide Ajax we did not use that. So what it is doing exactly?
Hmm. Which one?
Is updated in script include.
Okay, okay. So, well, here, if the record updated or not, I have to understand, right? After clicking on resolve, has resolved or not, I have to understand. Okay. So here, first of all, I have kept it as false. Okay. Once it is
Okay.
updated, after update, I have marked it as true. Is updated as true. First, I kept it as false. Once it is updated, I am marking it
Okay,
as true.
just for our understanding.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So we have
Yes.
written it just for our
So if we
understanding.
receive the response, if you receive the response here as true, okay, true means updated. So here if we are keeping updated as true, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
we'll receive the response as true through the written value.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay, I didn't I missed this written is updated. I've missed it. Okay, okay,
If it is
okay.
not
Just
updated,
okay.
it will hold false value. If it is
Oh,
updated, it will hold true value.
yeah, I
Okay.
understood now. Yeah.
So as we are receiving true here, we are showing the message.
Okay. Okay. So is updated is a system defined variable. It's not user defined.
That variable I defined it. Is updated.
Okay,
I
okay,
defined it.
okay, sure. Okay, understood. And like for additional comment space in script include, can you
Hello.
go down? Yeah, can you go down a little
Hmm.
for additional comments thing? Like why we did
Yeah.
not write set value here?
Well, additional comments is a journal input field. Additional
Yeah.
comments is a journal input field. In the journal input field, if you write set value, it won't work.
Oh, okay. Okay, for journal input, we
That is
should
a
not
journal
write
input.
set value. Okay, for setting value, we can directly assign it. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Oh, okay, it's clear now.
హలో సార్. హలో.
Yeah. Hello.
సార్ అది అక్క మన ఎక్స్ఎంఎల్ రిపోర్ట్ మీరు చెప్పారు చూడండి సార్. అప్డేట్ సెట్ డిఫాల్ట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత ఒకటి మనము ఎక్స్ఎంఎల్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత దాన్ని ఎలా ఇంపోర్ట్ చేయాలి సార్? అంటే ఒకవేళ మనకు ఫైల్స్ పోతే అగైన్ మళ్ళీ తెచ్చుకునే